Batamahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajanamudyataha yadi mama pratikaram ashastram shastrapanayah dhartarashtrarane hanyuhu tanme kshemataram bhavet. Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva sankhye rathopastha upavishat visujya sasharam chapam shoka sambigna manasaha. Om tatsaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayah. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyah Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. Arjuna said, "Alas, what a great sin we have resolved to commit. Driven by a greed for the pleasures of a kingdom, we are ready to slaughter our own kin. It would be better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, armed with weapons, were to kill me in battle, while I remain unresisting and unarmed." Sanjaya said, having spoken thus on the battlefield, Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down in the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. Arjuna's lament reaches its final devastating peak. He begins with a cry of horror, condemning his own intention as a great sin driven by greed for royal pleasures. He can no longer see the war as a righteous struggle. He sees only his own base motivation. Then comes the most radical statement yet. He declares that he would prefer to be killed, unresisting and unarmed, by the armed Kauravas. This is the complete abandonment of his Kshatriya dharma. A warrior's sacred duty is to fight evil, not to offer himself as a passive victim. But Arjuna has convinced himself that any action on his part is sinful, so death without resistance feels cleaner, purer, safer than the moral contamination of fighting his own family. Finally, Sanjay gives us the unforgettable image that ends the chapter. Arjuna casts aside his divine bow, the Gandiv, along with his arrows. They fall to the floor of the chariot. Then he sits down, and his mind is overwhelmed with grief. The great warrior who requested to be placed between the armies to observe is now unable to stand, unable to hold his weapon, unable to even remain on his feet. The external battlefield has become irrelevant. The only war that matters now is the one inside of him, and on that battlefield, he has been utterly defeated. Chapter 1, known as Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which is the yoga of Arjuna's grief, ends not with a battle cry, but with a warrior's complete surrender to despair. Every character has revealed their nature. Duryodhana's fear, Bhishma's duty, the Pandavas' divine symphony, and Arjuna's profound human vulnerability. But this collapse is not a failure. It is a necessary purification. Arjuna had to reach absolute zero, absolute submission to the Lord. His ego, his attachments, his intellectual justifications all had to be stripped away. Only when the student is utterly broken can the teacher truly speak. Hare Krishna.